Michelle Berry was a single mother raising 2 children while attending school to become a nurse. Her new boyfriend has 2 kids as well. He is a plumber who makes a living wage. However, now he is providing for 6 instead of him and his kids. They struggle to eat healthily while paying for all their family's necessities. Almost 15% of Tippecanoe County shares the same experience as Michelle Berry and her family. After researching and volunteering out in the community, our team found that community gardens can help the near 1 in 6 members of Lafayette that suffer from food insecurity and provide many benefits to the environment and the community. Community gardens are exactly what the name entails, a community-oriented and supported garden. Most of these gardens are tilled, planted, and maintained by members of the local community. The result is an increase of fresh, available food, an environmentally friendly neighborhood, and stronger community involvement, all of which help stem the growing rates of food insecurity in Lafayette, environmental impacts of littering, and lackluster community engagement in some neighborhoods. Our journey took us to the Hartford Hub. A block away is one of 10 existing community gardens spread throughout Lafayette, organized and facilitated by a local organization called Grow Local. Grow Local partners with multiple religious organizations and other non-for-profits to create community gardens across Lafayette on religious and local government property. Members of the community take the reins of the garden once they are created. This allows Grow Local to advise and assist when needed, creating an ethical and sustainable urban gardening network. Community gardens can be used as a tool to bring positive impacts to the community. One issue that community gardens touch upon is food insecurity. The USDA defines food security as the state of being without reliable access to a sufficient quantity of affordable and nutritious food. In Indiana, about 175,000 people do not have a stable source of income to buy food, which is why community gardens provide communities with a way to feed themselves and their families.
We soon learned that if you go to the garden and it's time for ripe tomatoes and you can't find a ripe tomato, chances are they've been picked. We're not 24/7, 365 days a year, because if you're hungry in December, you can't come to one of our sharing gardens because there's probably nothing there. But 6 months out of the year, during the growing season, we're a factor.
Along with assisting in the minimization of food insecurity, community gardens also have a positive impact on the environment. Most community gardens in Lafayette have a composting program, which allows for organic, environmentally friendly fertilizer. Community gardens also encourage members to keep the environment litter-free and to pick up any trash they see.
I've always been surprised that the neater and cleaner the site looks, the neater and cleaner it stays. If we let weeds get out of control in the garden and the garden looks messy, then there'll be trash show up in the lawn. If we keep the garden nice, and sometimes the neighbors help keep the garden nice, and there's no weeds, and there's flowers and everything's attractive, the trash disappears on its own. So, I think looks count in the garden, and looks help communicate the message to everybody else. We're going to keep this looking nice too.
Communities having a central bond creates a greater sense of community engagement. As community gardens are introduced into a neighborhood, ownership of it takes hold. Neighbors meet that might have never met otherwise.
So we talk about it at our neighborhood meetings, which is once a month. first Wednesday of every month. We talk about it there. We invite people to be a part of, just if they want to volunteer with Harry, since he's kind of the leader, we invite them to connect with him. We've done a number of, we have a flyer that includes all of the assets in this neighborhood, and the community garden is one of those. And this month we're taking that door to door. Everybody in the neighborhood, leadership team, it's like 12 of us, we're picking a street and we'll just let people know what's going on in the neighborhood, and part of that is the community garden.
Unfortunately, managing a community garden is a considerable amount of work from community members and volunteers. That is why people in our community need your help. When you come to volunteer at the community garden, not only does it aid your fellow community members, it also improves the environment and creates a long-lasting bond between neighbors. Go to growlocal.com to sign up and volunteer at any of the locations.